Hi guys, how's it going? This is the Game Enthusiast here. Welcome to another video. This is an MCLC video. As you can see, we're on the Untitled Champions website. The champion spotlight for the new December character Spider-Ham has just released, and he seems pretty good. So let's dive into it, shall we? So we all know Peter Porker. He was formerly a spider. He was bitten by a radioactive pig called May Porker. He retained all his spider powers, but was turned into an anthropomorphic pig. He took on May Porker's last name for some reason, and here we are. So, Spider-Ham's mechanics. Spider-Ham places patent-pending pork poppers. That's a tongue twister. Patent-pending pork poppers. Okay. Spider-Ham places patent-pending pork poppers on the opponent. When he strikes them with medium attacks, these pork poppers are improved versions of power strength and deal additional damage to the opponent when they use a special attack. On top of that, he builds spider nonsense over time as long as the opponent has at least 1 bar of power, and the higher his nonsense is, the higher chance he has to reapply new pork poppers whenever they've been triggered. Taunt and bait the opponent's special at the right time to deal huge bursts of damage and give them a real dose of slapstick. So this dude Loki seems like a power sting, like God, like no joke. It's really pretty OP actually. Maybe if I pull him, we'll definitely test him out. Even if he's a 2-star or 3-star, we'll find a way. So yeah, he's a science class. His basic abilities are spider nonsense, pork popper, spider sense, and taunt. Okay. Yeah. His passive abilities. Well, his abilities. Then he has a passive to gain plus 286.36 physical resistance and spider nonsense. Spider-Ham's cartoonic nature increases with the more danger risen. Spider nonsense starts at 0 and increases over time as long as the opponent has at least 1 bar of power, increasing faster for each additional bar they have. Every stack of spider nonsense he has reduces the generation effect potency by 15%, and also reduces the damage taken by the opponent's special attacks by 5%. So basically, every stack of spider nonsense you have, I believe you can gain up to 2, as you can see right here. You can 10. You can gain up to 10 rounds. So you have, if you gain 10, I believe that's 150. And yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. Interesting. So, once spider nonsense is at 6 or more, Spider-Ham has a 35% chance to evade. This evade will not trigger while blocking. While spider nonsense is at 10, which is the max, Spider-Ham will not gain any for 6.50 seconds, after which it resets back to 0. Spider nonsense resets to 3 against Mystic Champions. So when you reach 10, it resets to 0, and he won't gain any for 6.5 seconds. Then yeah, but if you fight a Mystic Champion, it only resets to 3. Yeah. Now, his heavy attack actually removes 2 spider nonsense. So, what you could basically do, you have 10 spider nonsense, you do a heavy attack, you gain back that spider nonsense. Before it resets the timer back to 0, you have 10, you do a heavy attack again, you have 8, then so on and so forth. and you keep on reducing your degeneration effect potency by 15% and your opponent's special attack damage by 5%. So I feel this dude is low-key one of the first Degen counters in the game, like no joke. That'd be really good. Which I note. Yeah. Medium attacks, 50% chance to place a power upon the opponent for 9 seconds, dealing 1,584 direct damage when they activate its special attack. This chance is increased by 25% flat if the opponent is stunned or Spider Ham is unblockable. So that's a 75% chance to place a Parker Popper on the opponent for 9 seconds when he's stunned or Spider Ham is unblockable. And you can just stack those up for more power stings. So yeah, that's really good, man. Like, he seems so far to be like a power sting, like God. Like, I'm saying like too much, but like that's just something I like. And okay, fine, I'll stop. But anyways, evade. Rather, I missed this. When Spider-Ham dashes and holds block, he activates Spider Sense, granting him 100% chance to evade, and this evade will even trigger while blocking. Now that could be really good for like special attacks, but I'm not exactly sure if we just evade the first hit or like it'll evade the entire thing. But because here on the developer's note, they said he can use this. Let me actually highlight this. He can use this to evade certain tricky special attacks or hits from his opponents, but I'm not exactly sure if it's like the first hit or like the entire special. If it is, that would be really OP. Like imagine all the people you could do with that, like, and it's like on demand and it doesn't use automatically, so you can actually just like equip it and wait for them to attack. You wait for them to activate him. Imagine all the maestros, collectors, grandmasters. His SP2 is really the upcoming Act 7, whoever the final boss is, that would be really good. So yeah, there's that. Evade effects. Whenever Spider-Ham evades, he becomes unblockable for 1.20 seconds and taunts his opponent for 7 seconds. So this unblockable also complements his poker purpose, which increases his chance to place one on the opponent to 75%. So yeah, that's there. So you can place more, dealing more damage when they activate special attack. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. So far, this dude Loki has like beyond god tier damage, like, cause there's a when I scroll down by like a whole lot, that's where you get the reach by stuff, because he can place like 25 power stings on the opponent using special 3, which is stupid, man. But let's continue. So opponents that are taunted have their attack reduced by a whole 40% and have a 70% chance of activate the special attack. So that'd be really good for like when you have to bait out a special attack. All those stubborn baiters, it's so annoying when you're trying to bait them and they refuse to fire. But now this is a solution to that. So yeah, taunts. Yeah, I really like the fact that Spider-Ham has like evade on demand. Not that many characters have that. I don't think any actually have that. So that's really good. Now Polka Poppers. Now this is the tongue twister. Any power string debuff on the opponent is automatically upgraded into a patent pending Peter Porker Power Popper debuff. Pattern pending Peter Porker Power Popper debuff. Pattern pending. Okay. Any power string debuff based on the opponent is automatically upgraded into patent pending Peter Porker Power Popper debuff. Parker Poppers are still treated as power stings for all other abilities. So yeah. Poker poppers are basically his versions of power strings. I'm not sure if they do more damage than the power string. I believe they do, but like different champions have different levels of power strings. I believe because there's not exactly any level of power string, at least not to my knowledge. Tell me if there is in the comments below, but I'm not too sure about that. And so yeah, whenever a poker pop is triggered, there's an 8.5% chance per spider nonsense, and those spider nonsenses, how do you gain them again? So when the opponent has 1 bar or higher, you gain spider nonsenses passively. So whenever poker pop is triggered, there's an 8.5% chance per spider nonsense for it to be replaced by 1 poker poppers, lasting 9 seconds and dealing 1,584 damage. Poker poppers deal a burst of 1,980 additional passive direct damage when they trigger, scaling with how much power the opponent had. These poker poppers, man. These poker poppers. Like, low key, with the amount, if you place enough, you could actually, like, this. Imagine using this in, like, if they ever made, like, a versus online mode where, like, you play against another player, like, any player actually using those would be, like, dead if they actually activate this special. That's really good. Okay. So yeah, the additional damage is increased by 60% for each bar of power the opponent had when they were triggered. Poker poppers are actually like power stings, but better. To start off, they do damage when opponents trigger special attacks and will count as power stings for any quest buff that cares about them. However, poppers also deal significantly more damage if the opponent had more power when they were triggered. When they have a solid chance of reapplying themselves afterward, depending on how high his spider nonsense is. So yeah. So that's that line here. This is when it has a chance for it to be braced. 8.5% chance for spider nonsense for it to be replaced by one additional spider Parker poppers. I'm not gonna call them PPs now. No. PP. But yeah, PPs. Anyways. Special one, the setup. Pause any PPs. Okay, fine. Currently on the opponent until they activate the special attack. After the special attack, turn the opponent for 7 seconds. Yeah, this is actually really good because it pauses the poker poppers currently on the opponent until they activate the special attack. So that's really good for like stubborn defenders, because even if they get to like special 3 or something, so you can't exactly wait it out. So it's not like people like Human Torchy Flamon that you can actually wait out, then activate your special. It actually, like, if they do that special one, it will pause forever until you activate a special attack. So there's actually no way of getting out of that power string at that point. Special 2, the punchline. This attack is unblockable if the opponent is taunted. Set spiral nonsense to 10 and pause its reset timer for 7 seconds. Place 3 poker poppers on the opponent, each lasting 9 seconds and dealing 1,584 damage. So now, if you're able to actually round out that special 2, gain another special 1, pause those, then the opponent won't be able to escape those poker poppers. But judging how, maybe you can probably do it in 9 seconds. It's actually nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's really good for, this attack is really good for boosting your nonsense and keep it there for a bit. So yeah. Also, on the developer's notes here, this also means that any pop or trigger while nonsense is paused at 10 will have an 85% chance to be reapplied. Sorry if you had any interference there, I just shifted it. But they have an 85% chance to be reapplied, as well as all other benefits that nonsense grants. Be careful of this attack while fighting Spider-Ham. Yeah. Special 3, that's all folks. If the opponent has triggered fewer than 15 Poké Poppers in this fight, place 4 Poké Poppers on them. Now this is the 25 Poké Poppers things I was talking about. So, yeah, if the opponent has triggered fewer than 15 Poké Poppers in this fight, place 4 Poké Poppers on them. So yeah, that's another way of getting parsing. If the opponent has triggered 15 or more Poké Poppers in this fight, place a Poké Pop on them for each Poké Popper that is triggered. This can only occur once per fight. This is a max of 25 Poké Poppers. So when the Poké Poppers pop, basically, if you've triggered 15 or more, so if you're able to trigger like 25 Poké Poppers during the fight, and I believe you should be able to if doing like long fights, like maybe 6.2.3 or like 6.2.2. So yeah, that's really good. Also for power gain characters, Mondo, Hyperion, what's this? Doctor Strange. Those guys, Spider-Ham will be a really good counter for all power gain characters, because even if they gain their power and they round off his special 2, which they will have to, there's really nothing they can do to escape it, especially if you do that SB1 and pause it. So even if as they're getting power, if they do an SB3 and you're able to get enough Poké Poppers on them, then probably like at least you deal a decent amount of damage. And also if you're able to tank that special 3, but I'm not too sure about that. So yeah. Just going through this developers note real quick, just trying to see if there's anything worth telling you guys. But anyway, you guys can read it yourselves. So yeah. Signature ability, hamming it up. Whenever Spider-Ham evades, he places a Poké Pop on the opponent. So when he blocks and when you dash back and hold block, especially if it blocks like countering the entire special attack, it will actually like place a ton of ridiculous amount of Poké Poppers on the opponent. And whenever Spider-Ham is struck while stunned, 30% chance to remove one spider nonsense and place a non-stacking Poké Pop on the opponent. So that's like a kind of safe guard in a way, but like it's for Poké Poppers. These Poké Poppers last for 14.01 seconds and deal 924 damage. While spider nonsense is at 10, it lasts for an additional 2 seconds before resetting. Synergy bonuses. Try 2 days, try 30 years with Spider-Man Miles Morales. Kabam! Please buff Spider-Man Miles Morales. Look, the game just came out. Comics are coming out. This dude is like on the height of everybody's minds right now. You gotta do it, man. I heard that you guys are like buffing like 4 characters a month now. I'm not too sure about that. Don't quote me on that, obviously. But yeah, you can do it. Just, you need to buff Storm, then you buff this dude, Thanos, then you buff Miles Morales, then you buff maybe Groot. I don't want Groot to be too good because he isn't exactly like OP in the comics, at least not in the comics that I've seen. And don't quote me on that because I actually haven't seen that many Guardians of the Galaxy comic books, so he's probably really OP in the comic, but I don't know. But come on, you guys just need to like post those and buff those guys if you're watching this after all, which you probably know by now. This synergy with Spider-Ham Admirals. Spider-Ham since resets to 3 more than it would normally. So that's when the when you reach 10 Spider Nonsense and the timer goes down, it will automatically reset to 3 instead of just resetting to 3 only when fighting Mystic Champions. So it works for everyone. So you can at least build it up easily. Venom Blast can trigger Fatigue, Stun, and or Power Drain regardless of the opponent's class. Trigger any Venom Blast debuff grants a Fury buff, increasing attack rating by 20% of the base attack for 6 seconds. And Saturday morning cartoons, kitten, cartoons, I guess. Cartoons. That's actually pretty weird. Cartoon. Okay, but this synergy with Mojo. So for Spider-Ham, whenever an opponent's special attack triggers at least 10 poppers, special attack damage reduction from Spider Nonsense is 100% stronger for that special attack. And for Mojo, whenever one of the opponent's buffs expires or is nullified, pause the anti-life field for 1 second. Mojo is a really fun character to play with. Hold on. Just want to show you this. Okay, Mojo is a really fun character to play with, especially when you stack all those Degens. But it's looking like Spider-Man will actually be a pretty good counter for Mojo because, he's like basically the world's first MCOC Degen prevention character. The WFM the world's first MCC MPC. So that's WFM PC. WFMDPE. What did E come from? C. Whatever. Okay. So yeah. Swinister 6 most wanted. The Spider-Gwen. Spider-Ham 1 fighting Sinister 6 or Symbiote champions. The damage from the Poker Popper debuffs and their additional bonus damage increased by 50%. Dang. Spider-Gwen, when fighting Sinister 6 or Symbiote champions, she begins the fight with Trap Spider and Hunter Spider active. That's pretty good actually. 4th Wall Crawler, unique 3-star and up. Excuse me. With Gwenpool, Goldpool, Platinumpool, and Squirgle. For Spider-Ham, Parker Popper duration is increased by 20%. Gwenpool gains vigilance while the opponent is bleeding, making attacks unable to miss. Goldpool and Platinumpool gain an indefinite fury buff whenever a debuff expires on the opponent, increasing attack rating by 10%, stacking up to 10 times. And Squirgle, well-timed blocks have 30% chance, 30% perfect block chance, and inflict TP's medium attack bleed. Teammates 2-star run up. With Spider-Man, Stark Enhanced, Spider-Man Stealth Suit, all champions gain plus 3/4/5% perfect block chance. The recommended masteries here Despair, because Spider-Ham is easily able to apply lots of debuffs to his opponent, mostly through his poppers and taunts. So with the Despair mastery, he can therefore also easily reduce his opponent's regeneration rate down to 0%, causing their healing abilities to absolutely do nothing. So that would be a good counter for like Wolverine, because Wolverine's regen is stupid, man. So greater strength, both the baseline damage is poker PPs, and the bonus damage based on the opponent's power scale up with Spider-Ham's attack, so he gets additional benefit from raising his base attack rating through the strength mastery. So yeah, which comes to the end of this video.